It's often easier to solve a word problem with a system of equations because you can use a couple of variables. So we will solve this one with a system. And again, to organize your information, it's always nice to use a chart, and you want to start off with a unit. So in it, we got dollars and tickets. So we'll let the unit rate be dollars per ticket. So we'll do here dollars per ticket. And remember, we multiply by the denominator, so tickets. And it's going to be equal to the numerator, which is dollars. So we'll set a chart up. We know that we have adults and students. So those are our two players. Two types of tickets. And we know that the adult ticket cost $5.50 each. So $5.50 for each student or adult ticket, and then $3.50 for each student ticket. It says that a total of 120 tickets were sold. So underneath the tickets, we're going to write underneath the N, we're going to put the total of 120. It didn't say the adult tickets or the student tickets, it said the total. So I'm going to put this here. And the total amount of money collected was $600. So that's $600 is going to go there, and that's where the total is. So I'm going to put total to clarify that right there. So now what we're going to fill in then, we don't know how many adult tickets. We'll call that X. Or you might want to call it an A, which would make it a little clearer. So let's do that. So we'll just make this an A. And then for student tickets, maybe we'll make that a U for students. Don't want to use an S because it looks like a 5. Then remember that we multiply the first two columns and put the answer over here. So 550 A and 350 U. And you can see our addition is going to be right here. So our two equations are going to be that A plus U is equal to 120. And we also have that 550 A and then plus 350 U is equal to 600. Now, it's a system, so we have our choice. You can do either additional elimination or a substitution. And a lot of times when you see the decimals, you might want to go ahead and use substitution. Either way is equally easy. So I'm going to come over and I'm going to solve this equation for A. So A is going to be equal to 120 minus U. And then I'm going to substitute for my A right there and replace it. So I'm going to have then 550 times 120 minus U plus 350 U is equal to 600. We'll get our calculators out and check that and multiply 550 times 120. And we get, when we distribute, 660 minus 550U plus 350U is 600. So now we're going to want add our negative 550 and our plus 350, and that's going to add to be a negative 2U. And we still have our 660 here is equal to 600. Subtract the 660, so negative 2U is going to be equal to negative 60, and then divide by negative 2 and get that U is equal to 30. So once we get that U is 30, we can come back up here where it says what A is equal to and put our 30 in. So A is going to be equal to 120 minus 30. So A is equal to 90. So the nice thing about using the right letter in the front is we know that the adult tickets, so we had 90 adult tickets sold. And then we had 30, U is 30, so 30 student tickets were sold. All right, so now we have a similar problem right here, 1B. So you go ahead and try this. So remember that when you're working with coins, that your unit cost is going, your unit rate is going to be cents per coin. So if you have a dime, it's going to be 10 cents per coin. If you have a quarter, it's 25 cents per coin. And because we're using a 10 and a 25 rather than a 0.10 and a 0.25, if you use 10 and 25, then you need to use 490 right there. All right, so just a couple of hints to get you going on that one. We'll pick up the next one on the next video.